Time for a twins pod.
Then I'm getting sucked off.
Yeah.
How much power does the Jewish lobby have selected?
That was my favorite segue in history.
Oh, if you think that's a good segue, I can show you another one.
Hey,
We'll get to that later, though.
it's like when you talk about this monopoly of our government.
Yeah.
How true is it to say the Jewish lobby selects the Democratic presidential nominee and the Republican presidential nominee?
Well,
Probably for like the last 30, 40, 50 years.
well, then Bernie Sanders would have been the nominee, right? He's Jewish.
Is he?
You don't know that Bernie Sanders is
I
Jewish?
didn't know. I
Yeah,
didn't know
maybe he wasn't a good enough Jewish person.
No,
though.
no. Bernie Sanders is so Jewish that
Yeah,
you could
uh.
use him as a Nazi cartoon. The way he looks
Right.
and the way he talks, it's a little bit over the top.
Is there any truth to that?
There is some truth to it. I think
Yeah.
but first of all, I don't think the Jewish lobby is as powerful in the Republican Party as it is. And I say as a Jewish person, I don't think it's as powerful in the Republican Party at all as it is in the Democratic Party. The Jewish people tend
So
to
it's
vote
more powerful on the
tend
Democrat
about
side.
70 to 30%. And I think historically, at least since probably the 1930s, it's overwhelmingly aligned with the progressive side of the Democratic Party. But at the same time, I think people realize, if you ask me, what's the difference between Chuck Schumer, who you guys know he's Jewish, right?
Yeah.
Senate Majority
Kind
Leader.
of figured he was.
Yeah. you think? Well, him and Bernie are okay. If you
I
ask,
could totally tell you're Jewish.
yeah, I got my nose done. I can take off my pants. You'll see I'm black. What is the big difference that you guys see between Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi, who's Catholic ostensibly?
I hate both of their politics.
No, but I mean, what is the differences?
One's a Jew and one's not.
Right, but in terms of their politics, right?
Yeah.
That's the only difference I see.
Right.
Yeah, for the most part, they have the same politics doing both sides.
And
The same side.
so it's absolutely the Jewish AIPAC is very powerful in Washington, but so is the gay community. So the black community was like 90% of African Americans, though it's decreasing, vote
Yeah.
Democrats. So these are the different groups that make up the Democratic Party.
Mhm.
But I think historically, what that question refers to is there's a very strong pro-Israel power within Washington.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
you meant. Yeah.
It's very strong.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think? With what's going on in Israel? What do you think about that?
So I was born in Ukraine, and I'm Jewish. So I've been the real victim of all that's been going on the last.
Yeah, on
year.
both sides, huh?
Yes.
Ukraine and
It's really been hitting me personally.
Right.
And one of the things I really hate. Did you guys grow up like I did in WWF?
Yeah. NWA.
Oh, okay. So
Ric Flair,
you guys
NWA.
are hipsters. Okay,
Yeah.
you like the.
I'm a Dusty Rhodes fan.
Oh, yeah.
Atomic Elbow.
Yeah, we're going to be 50 in September.
Okay, yeah.
so we're-
Dusty. My favorite growing up, it was Bobby Heenan.
Oh,
Because
Bobby
I thought
Heenan.
he was so funny, and
Yeah.
because he was he fucked with people.
Yeah. Do you remember the Mulkey Brothers?
The who?
The Mulkey Brothers.
MULK. Your accent.
It's Mulkey. It's a weird name. Yeah.
MULKEY. Okay. No.
Yeah, it was two white boys. And
Is that NWA?
That was NWA.
Okay.
it was two white boys, and every weekend they got their ass kicked. They never won a match.
They're called they're called cans.
Yeah. There was just everybody beat the shit out
Yeah,
of them.
yeah. It's good living.
Hey, bring up the Monkey Brothers.
The
Monkey Brothers.
You said the Mulkey Brothers.
Well, it's got all those damn short vowel sounds in it.
Well,
damn.
they probably that's
Monkey
old.
Brothers.
It's the word's fault, not yours.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
the
It's
Constitution.
just a weird name.
Monkey Brothers.
Are we
Yeah.
pulling him up?
Yeah, this is NWA.
Yeah.
That's the Road Brothers. Yeah.
You remember the Road Warriors, right?
Of course.
Yeah. These two white boys used to get their ass kicked every weekend.
And they're so pale.
Yeah.
Bill and Randy Mulkey. All right, look at this maneuver. And he just had him up there like he was nothing. Clothesline. Oh,
They look like albinos.
oh my God. Woo. The devastation.
That's
Wait,
enough of this
wait,
shit.
is it these guys are like the Road Warriors, like 300 pounds each. Is
Yeah.
that really that impressive that you can beat up these like frat boys?
Yeah,
Just toss around like, oh, you're real big man. That's just bullying. No,
Yeah.
well, my point, what I was saying is our politics has been reduced to a stupid level,
Yeah.
especially in terms of international affairs, of good guys, bad guys.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
you better be on the side of the good guys, because if you're not on the side of the good guys, you're the side of the bad guys. So
Yeah.
here's the answer with both Ukraine and Israel and Palestine, Hamas and Russia. First of all, it's not our problem, in
Mhm.
my opinion.
Oh, I like that attitude.
Right, period.
Mhm.
Number one is, it's not going to be good guys. It's not going to be a victory for anybody. Putin is not going to. No one is saying, thank God, that we're going to go in and remove Putin from power, right?
Right.
And it's not.
But that would be stupid.
But that would be insane. Like
Yeah,
that's
suicide.
Well, we're talking about someone with nukes. I mean, the
Right.
amount of death in minutes is
Yeah.
incomprehensible.
Mhm.
So no one's saying that. It does not seem at all possible that Putin's going to conquer Ukraine, right? So there's going to be some settlement. Everyone's going to get a little bit ass mad, because someone's going to have to give, someone's going to have to take.
Right.
We have no idea what pressure is being put on Zelensky, head of Ukraine, from the West. If he wanted to sit down with Putin behind the scenes and cut a deal, the Germans, NATO, the U.S., I'm sure are telling him, nope, we got to keep this war running, because the more the war's running, the more we're making money. So that's number one. Number two is, the Israelis aren't going to kill everyone in Gaza. The Hamas is not going to wipe Israel off the map. There's going to be some horrible compromise that is just going to kick the can down the road that no one's going to be happy with. But if you have this good guy, bad guy thing, that none of that makes sense. Because nope, my team's got to win. Well, what does winning look like? The other side
Nobody wins.
isn't going to vanish from the face of the earth.
Right.
And the other thing that's fascinating to me is, you know how people think that the Red Sox won because they rooted for them? And it's like, why didn't you go to the game? We needed you rooting for them. It's just like, I promise you, the Red Sox, whatever team, is going to win or lose independently of whether you support it.
Right.
But if your support for the Palestinians or Israel or Russia, or it's not Russia so much, but Ukraine, you got to support them. It's like, they don't know you're supporting them. This is a completely artificial thing on the internet and through media, that you got to care about the right team. Remember when Obama was president and Michelle Obama had that sign, "Bring back our girls," because all those girls were kidnapped by Boko Haram. And it's like, I don't know what happened to them, because you just stopped talking about it, right? Because I'm sure it was something awful that worked out. Some of them were probably killed. I don't know. I'm being ignorant. I'm sure we could figure it out. But the point is, these things become an issue, and everyone's really got to care about it, which is, in my view, a big distraction from the place I care about the most, which is America.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Do you think you're being a little bit? I think we can find a solution in Ukraine, but I think it's kind of over optimistic for like Israel. I don't think that's ever going to be fixed.
It's I don't know what that I don't think any single person. Okay, let me take a step back. So I did a book on North Korea, right? So what happened was, after World War II, we beat the Allies. By we, I mean beat Germany and Japan, and Italy, the Axis powers. So Russia and the U.S. decided to start splitting up Japan's empire. So Russia got some stuff, we got some stuff. What are we gonna do about Korea? Well, let's just split her down the middle. Now the North Koreans say correctly, wait a minute, we weren't combatants. The only two countries that got split was Nazi Germany and us. What do we have to do anything?
Right.
But they install the great leader Kim Il Sung in the north. We install Syngman Rhee, who's kind of a dictator, in the south. They both say, I'm the head of all of Korea. You have the Korean War for 4 years. And what ends up happening is Russia and Mao and China back up the north, the US and the UN back up the south, and the Korean people paid the price. So for 3 to 4 years, we're going back and forth, killing everyone there, and it ends with a stalemate. And to this day, this country is divided for what had never been a good reason to begin with.
Right.
And they hate each other, and they have nukes pointed at each other. And what's that look like? It's not nice. And the DMZ is this, the most militarized zone on earth.
Yeah.
So yeah, what is Israel and the Palestinians going to look like?
I think your prognosis is what it's going to end.
But that's the thing. It's like everyone on the media is like, oh, all you have to do is, whenever you hear someone use the word just, including myself, take a second, because they're doing some kind of, remember the underpants gnomes in South Park?
Yeah.
They go, for people who don't know, step 1, steal the underpants. Step 2, step
Blame
3,
another person.
step 3, profit, right? So it's like, all you got to do in Israel, all you got to do in Ukraine is just, there's not one sentence that's going to solve either of these solutions. Because even if Putin gets beaten back to his borders, he's still in power and he's across the line. And that's kind of a big deal.
Right. I think you have the same sentiment Trump is sharing.
Yes.
He just wants the killing to stop.
I want the killing to stop, and I want the U.S. to pull back a lot more from the rest of the world. We're still in South Korea.
Yeah.
We're still in Germany. decades after the Korean War and World War II,
Do you
respectively.
think we still have these problems in Ukraine and in Israel if Trump's in office?
Yes. Well, Israel's certain. I mean,
Most definitely in Israel. Right?
when you say problems, do you mean
At the level they are now.
Yeah.
No, I
yeah.
think he is really good at. He doesn't get enough credit for what he did in foreign policy because the media is very determined not to let him have a win.
Right.
And I was very, very depressed, and it takes a lot for me to get sad by the media. When he was trying to cut a deal with Kim Jong-un in North Korea, because there's concentration camps there and children being starved,
Right.
and they're all trying to look at what an idiot Trump is. It's like, guys, for 5 minutes, can you care about starving children instead of making fun of Orange Man just for 5 minutes?
Yeah, why do you
and
think
they couldn't do it?
Yeah, why do you think liberals are so obsessed with hating Trump?
Because he creates a space where they have no status. And if you take
much like what you want to do, prioritize everything. Privatize.
Yes,
everything.
yes. I don't want politicians to have status. I think
I think it's just a dangerous notion to have a politician run on our lives. That's just stupid.
If you ask people, should the people who were the most popular in high school?
Fuck no.
Yeah, I didn't even have to finish.
No.
And also, why should one person be making the decision on 8 issues? I want the math kid to be doing my accounting, and I want the jock to be worried about my nutrition, right? And I want maybe the prom queen to make the architecture. I don't know, something, whatever, what she's good for.
And I want the drug cartels giving my cocaine.
Thank you. Yes, because you know it's going to be clean and it's not going to be cut. You want the good stuff, not the.
I want the good stuff. I don't want that Hunter Biden shit.
He's got the good stuff.
He's got the good stuff.
You know he's got. You think? Are you crazy? You know he's got the good stuff.
Well, you know he's liberal. You know.
Are you crazy?
He was doing crack.
Yeah, and he's and
that's a black man's drug.
It's a.
I want cocaine, pure from Colombia.
Listen,
I want the Jewish cocaine. That's what I want. You can't tell me there's a difference between Jewish cocaine and crack that the niggas smoke.
Well, the Jewish cocaine is a lot bigger because our noses are bigger.
Yeah.
So you got to use more of it.
And it's got to be pure. You can't get because you get a lot of coke up.
It's called kosher. It's kosher cocaine. It's answers to a higher authority.
Right.
But you're saying he smokes crack, but then he got a millionaire job. So I don't know. That guy knows what he's doing to some extent.
I'm
It's
just
that monopoly you're talking about. That's how you got.
Am I wrong though?
No, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: if he's the son of a CEO, like Bill Gates' son, he's not going to be treated the same way that he's being treated as Biden's son.
Right.
And look at the other way around. Look at Trump's kids. Are they being treated? Would they be treated that way if it was just Trump as a hotel leader? No one would fucking care.
Right. Yeah, it's true.
It's time to give up our new giveaway. It's a Dodge Ram power truck, and we about to do something we ain't never did before. It's a camper. Not only you get a brand new truck, you get a camper with it too, and $10,000 in cash.
Hey, Keith.
Yeah.
We've given away over $2 million in trucks and cash and prizes.
We give them back to the people who support us. Instead of giving money to Facebook to advertise this stuff, they censor us anyway. So I say, you know what? Incentivize our own people to already support us. It's a win-win for everybody. Go to officialhodgetwins.com. Anything you buy from the site gets you automatically into the win. Yeah.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. See official rules for details.
Yeah.